Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Sky Adventures. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. So last episode, we got started in our process of setting up Applied Energistics. I have not done anything since that episode except for making the ME controller. One thing, I made this 7x7 and it... 2, 3, 4, 5... Wait. 4, 5, 6. No, I didn't. I messed up when I made it. I made it an 8x8. So we got this thing set up. This is the largest size that you can make. We can connect cables to every single side of this to get stuff to work. So today we're going to get into it a little bit deeper. We're going to be working with channels. So first thing we want to do is I want to get to making some cables. We've got regular Fluix cables. These are basically Applied Energistics. Everything works off of channels. These hold 8 channels. You have the smart cables, which hold 8 channels, but it shows you how many channels are being used. And then you also have dense cables, which allows you to use 32 channels. We're going to be doing everything with smart cables. That way I can kind of show, kind of use it as a way of showing. I don't use, it rained and it filled that up. Use it as a way as to more or less show you how the channels work. Why didn't that work? What? Oh, no, we need... Oh, it's just one. There we go. And that does have EMC. So you have to make the covered cable. Covered cable is just the glass cable with wool. We don't need a whole bunch of them. We're going to take a bunch of them. And then we need redstone and glowstone to make the smart cables. So these are fairly easy to make. Now the dense cables are a little bit harder to make. You've got to make the dense covered cable, which is 4 of the regular covered cables, which we can do. We've got that. Let's learn those. Let's learn these. We learned those. And let's get redstone and some glowstone. Take that, that, and that. These two are probably the best things to use when setting up your system because that does show you how many channels you've got running through your system. Let's put that away. Let's get a stack of these. Alright, so let's go downstairs. So if we run a cable... That's the dense cable. I don't want dense cable just yet. So if we run a cable over here and connect it, it will turn these on. We've got 2 drives here, and as you can see, we've got 2 of 8 channels being used. So as you can see, it shows you how many channels you've got available and how many are using. And if we use the dense cable, same thing, but it shows the 2 out of 32. So we're going to set this up. Matter of fact, I'm probably just going to run this just like that. I don't know how many of these drives that we're going to need, but 8 should be more than enough to take care of us. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if we set these down. Now the thing with Applied Energistics, they all the blocks will talk to each other. So this one down here is still connected even though it does not have a cable running to it. And as you can see, we've got 8 of 8 channels going. So, but while I'm thinking about it, we need to collect our money here for those. And the next thing that I need to do is I need to fill up these drives right quick, because we're going to start importing items in. So let me get some drives in here and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. I have everything filled up. That'll be way more space than we are ever going to need in this pack, because most everything we're going to be using is going to be set up through to just run EMC. So now, next up on our list of stuff we need to do, we need to get these putting items into our system. So we need to make a couple of ender chests. And of course, like the ender tanks, these do not have EMC, so we're going to have to make all of them. Obsidian. And I believe it's Eyes of Ender. Oh, nope, it's Ender Pearls. Need those, and we're going to need some wool. Alright, now we should have both of those. Awesome. Now let's get our chest transporter out, because we're going to have to do some moving. We're going to take these and for now just place them down here. I added some more. I was working on getting as much EMC as I could in between episodes, because I knew we were going to be using a bunch. These things are all, well, they were full. I've went through and dug out a bunch of stuff. So now if we put our ender chest here, you will see that this will start to fill up. So we're going to go over here, and we need to make a import bus. I believe it is. So we need sticky piston, annihilation core, and iron. So let's go ahead and get a stack of iron. We're going to need a bunch of them. There's piston and annihilation core. That should make import bus. And let's go ahead and learn this. And let's go downstairs. And just off to one of the sides here, we're going to set up that. We'll set up that. And if we put our chest down here, you can see our numbers start going down. And if we come over here to our system, you will see we are starting to get stuff in here. Now we can make these acceleration cards. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that because this chest will fill up pretty quick. So to make the annihilation cards, we need, or not annihilation cards, acceleration cards. We need to make the advanced card, which is diamonds, iron, calculation processor, and redstone. Let's just go ahead and get a stack of redstone. We're going to need it. So advanced card, there we go. Let's go ahead and learn those. We're going to need them anyways. And let's get some Fluix cable or Fluix crystals. Let's make that, and there we go. We've got an acceleration card. I believe these hold 3. No, it's 4. And we can throw those in there, and now you can see this thing will stay empty pretty quick. So that will allow us to put all this stuff in here that should keep that chest empty, and we're ready to go. There wasn't any quest for that, was there? No. Beautiful. So our next thing that we need to do is work on setting up we're wanting to change all this over to EMC. So basically we're going to do, where are we at here? Right here. We're going to set up this process right here, and we're going to lose everything we've got in here because I'm fixing to break all this. Alright. So we're going to set this up over here. We want a red matter furnace set up. And we're also going to need to make a, what was this? This was import bus. We need to make a export bus. And we're also going to have to run cables over here. It's alright, we can do that. I'm trying to think. I'm not exactly sure how many cables we're going to need. So our next bit of business is we're going to learn about some P2P channeling. So we need to make, first off we need to make is some anchors. We want to keep our cables separate. These do not have EMC. That does though. So 2 Certus quartz. Anchor. There we go. Let's learn that. And I'm not sure if, I don't remember. Can we do that with iron? Yes, we can. We're going to need a handful of these. Let's go ahead and make them. So, whoa. That was not what I wanted to do. Alright, so our first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a P2P tunnel, and we're going to run this over there. I don't know how many channels we're going to need for all of this once I get it all set up, so we're going to just go ahead and do that. So P2P tunnels, these things are great. It's stuff that I have just recently gotten into using, and they help out a bunch. These do have EMC. Beautiful. So we need, not calculation, we need engineering processor, and we need some Fluix. And so as far as the P2P tunnels though, you got an ME one. There is one for transferring energy, there's one for fluid, there's one for EU, there's one for items, light, I'm not sure about that one, and then there's one for redstone, and of course we got the one for ME. ME is the one that we are going to be using, at least for now. We're going to need a couple of these, so we can place, oh I hate that, we place that there. We need to connect it like so, and so now we can use this P2P tunnel and run 32 channels wherever we want to go without having to run dense cable everywhere. Of course we can run all the dense cable we want to in this pack because we've got EMC. So here's where we need this. Alright, so we're going to run just smart cable over here. Let's get our hover on, and we'll run it from this right here. There we go. And all this is going to be here. I think. I'm trying to remember which way this needs to be set. I don't remember, and I just lost that, didn't I? Let's try it this way. Let's do that, and then the cable. Alright, so next up in our P2P stuff is we need a, I forget what this thing is called, memory card, I do believe it is. Let's double check and make sure. That's what it is. So memory card is calculation processor, iron, gold, and redstone. So calculation processor, let's get 2 gold, and that should be everything that we need for it. And we should be able to right click on that, shift right click on that, and let's go. Dang telephone. We come over here to this one and right click on it. That should have us set to go. So now if we get we need a export card, or export bus, not a card. So export bus is just piston, iron, and a formation core. There we go. Let's learn that. Let's put... Let's not lose this. There we go. And we can just run a smart cable to that. So now this should show 1 channel. This has got 1 of 32. And if we come over here, and if I got everything right, this will now show 1 of 32 channels. So that's kind of how P2Ps work. We can take and run a cable. You don't have to run the smart cable. We can take a dense cable and run it the length of our base. And then we've got 32 spots on that one dense cable that we can branch off and do more channels. It can get rather complicated and rather large, so I'm going to try to keep it all fairly simple. So now if we come in here to this export bus and look, we've got a spot for 1 hole. We want to change this to make a capacity card. So we need a basic card, which is gold, and a calculation processor that we need to get. We need 1 more piece. So there's a basic card learned. Let's put that in there. And to make that, we need just a Certus quartz crystal, which I've got on me. And that is a capacity card. So we can take this. Right now it's got one spot. We can put a capacity card in it, and it gives us 4. I'm wondering if we put another one in there. Can we do... Yeah, there we go. Now we've got all 9 spots that we can use. And if we do 2 acceleration cards, this will speed this up. Now, can we... Will this automatically recognize this and put fuel in it? No. It is not. Okay, let's take that out. Let's see, wait. So now I got to figure out how to get Aeternalis fuel inside of here. But we should be able to... Let's get... Why am I going up here? Let's get... We'll just grab a piece of nickel, because that's the first thing we've got here. Should be able to put that in here. Just go ahead and put fuel in it. And why can we not pipe items into that side? That may be the issue. Okay, yeah, that was. Matter of fact, I put that in there, and it now will accept that. So we can do that. And it should, as soon as it recognizes it, should start. Come on. Okay, well, you only working... I'm trying to figure this out. I've never hooked up one of these furnaces to this before. Let's see if we need to hook one up to the top. Let's get that out of there. Let's put this in there. Alright, that's what it is. Okay, so the fuel goes in the side, this goes in the top. Alright. Will it also accept items from the back? I'll be right back. Alright, so it looks like it will only accept items from... It'll accept fuel from this side and accept items from that side. So our next bit of business is going to be to get item conduit set up. Wait, I wonder if it will just automatically export into these. Do they talk to each other or not? Doesn't look to be the case. We want to make this as condensed as possible. That way we can set up a few of these down through here, because we've got 9 slots and we've got about 18 different things, 20 different things that we need to be able to do this with. So one thing we have not made yet, and it's not going to matter because I don't have the stuff to do it, at least just yet. But let's do it anyways. Transfer nodes. We can make a flat one. I haven't set up any grid power yet, but we'll see what we can't do. So we need slabs. Okay. So stone. We need glass. And we've got redstone. So there is the transfer pipes. We need chest and 2 more stone. And there are 4 transfer nodes. I should have made these. Got EMC. These should have EMC. And then we need a anvil. To make flat ones. And there we go. So we should be able to come down here. Put that there. Put that there. Now we're getting that. Let's get a red matter block. There we go. And then from this, we can that's really slow. Man, I don't want to do all that, but we're going to. Wish there was a way to get those off. And we just lost everything. Torches can go down for a minute. Our furnace, that's not going to put that in there. That should come back. And let's just go ahead and use 1 item conduit for this, because it's just going to make life easier. Because these things will speed this up. And our red matter block. Alright, so now we should be able to just run through here, and we can do that. That should start putting stuff in there. We can get cobalt, zirconium is a good one to get, and this will just start smelting this stuff down, giving us EMC. And then we can do a import bus. That was, oh shoot, that was one of my lights. We'll have to fix that. So we should be able to put this on here with a cable, and that should just export red matter blocks. Let's give this thing a bunch of EMC right quick and make sure this is going to work. I don't have any space in my inventory. We want a emerald. We want diamond. This should fill this up pretty quick. And there we go. Now we should have red matter in here. Beautiful. So I can just do all this like this down through here, and set a few of these up. We have run out of time. So I'm going to, in between this episode and next episode, set up the rest of these to where they're going. And then the ones for... we've got stuff like, not the lapis, but like the dimensional shards that we can run through a pulverizer. There's a couple of those like that. The Certus quartz, those that we can run through a pulverizer that's got EMC. And we'll be collecting automatic EMC, and I won't have to worry about this stuff clogging up a whole bunch of space. Matter of fact, we can also take these. I love how it gives you slowness while you've got that. Matter of fact, I don't need to do this. I'm gonna do all this off camera. We'll take all this stuff and put it in here. We can just start throwing stuff in here. We've got all the space in the world now. So, but with that is, I plan on getting more than that done today, but we've got channels figured out. We've got our ore processing that we're going to do set up. So next episode we'll get into some other stuff with it. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.